know it's a bit of a broken record, this issue of listening more attentively to your clients, but I want to put a different spin on it. There are a few areas where I believe advisors fail in their duty in doing great meetings with clients, and this can be at review meetings as well as first meetings. So the first one is just not asking great questions, right? So not using any great power questions to get under the skin of the client. The second issue is not really hearing the answers because you're too fixed on your own agenda of what you either were expecting or what you just want to do for that client. The third issue is hearing but not understanding the importance of the issues for the client. And the fourth one is hearing them and understanding the importance, but they're not doing anything about it. So let me give you an example. There's an advisor I've been working with recently, and this is an everyman story. I've been doing it with tons of advisors in the last 18 months. But went in and asked some of the new power questions, and he was a bit scared to do that. But funnily enough, the client just answered the questions and told him some great information. But when we debriefed, the stuff that had come up, he thought was just mundane and didn't really notice the significance. So it was things like client taking a trip abroad. They're retired, this client, taking a trip abroad, gifting some money to the kids, and maybe going back to university to do a master's degree just for fun. So when we debriefed, it was clear that these were the important issues, and so got the advisor to understand that. That could have easily been missed, and that would have been a fail, if you like, on point 3, hearing the issues but not understanding their importance. But the next step was then, what do we do about it? And again, this is where most advisors, I think, are missing a huge trick. What we needed to do for this guy was build a cash flow model and show him that everything was going to be okay and he could afford to do all this stuff. And also get him to do the stuff now. This guy's 65 years of age. We don't want him waiting another 3 years or 5 years or whatever he thinks he might have to wait to go and do these things. And the benefit of showing him rather than telling him through a model is that he can see the impact of his choices and that everything's still going to be okay. You start to do these things and you get a huge shift in the quality of the relationship. It increases the client's perception of value of you as an advisor. Often you can put up your fees on the back of it if you're not already charging a premium price for your work. You can generate more referral work as they start to really get what you can do for them. You certainly make the relationship stickier and less likely to go pear-shaped in the future, and I think that's important in a post-RDR world. And finally, you might even find that there's other money there or things they haven't told you about in the past because they just thought you're a bit of a money manager or a salesman or something like that, which I know is wrong, but they might perceive you that way because you've never gone that extra mile. The last issue that comes up is people saying, well, hang on a sec, but there's work in all that, what's in it for me? And I think it's focusing on these other issues as the payback. Don't get hung up on the extra work. It's all those things I just mentioned that are the payback for you. And I reckon any one of those things justifies the work that might be involved.